We have taken the parallel vector. Let's take the axis x, y, and z axis. There is a point P having the coordinates x1, y1, z1. The position vector of P we are taking as a vector, and any general point we are taking. Let's take any general point having position vector as r vector, and that general point will always be x, y, z. So this, we have to find out the equation of this line. Let's take it as PA. And there is a vector which is given perpendicular to this. So this is the parallel vector. We are taking it as B vector. Okay. Now, the equation is r vector equal to a vector plus lambda b vector, where this is the vector form of the equation. And if we are writing down the components of r vector, a vector, and b vector, so r vector is the position vector of some general point. So that is always xi plus yj plus zk. So this is the component form. A vector is x1i plus y1j plus z1k. And B vector is AI plus BJ plus CK. If we put these values in the vector form, we get the Cartesian form of equation, and the Cartesian form is x minus x1 upon a equal to y minus y1 upon b equal to z minus z1 upon c, where x1, y1, z1 is the point through which the line is passing, and A, B, C are the direction ratios of parallel vector. So this is very important to know. X1, Y1, Z1 is the point through which the line is passing, and A, B, C are the direction ratios of parallel vector. This is the Cartesian form. Okay. Now, this Cartesian form, this is in terms of direction ratios. We can also have this in form of direction cosines, because we know that direction ratios are proportional to direction cosines. So this form can also be written as L y minus y1 upon m z minus z1 upon n, where L, M, N are the direction cosines of the parallel vector. So it can be given both ways. Now next we come to equation of line passing through two given points. Equation of line passing through two given points. Now no parallel vector is there. We are given 2 points on the line passing through two given points. Again, let's take the figure. The line is there. Any line is there in which we are given 2 points. Let's take A and B as some points on the line. Let's take the coordinates of A as x1, y1, z1, B as x2, y2, z2. And this is the position vector of A. We are taking it as A vector. This is the position vector of B. We are taking it as B vector. And a general point will always be there having the coordinates x, y, z. And the position vector of general point will be R vector. Again, applying these are the directions. Again, applying triangle law, we get the vector form as R vector equal to A vector plus lambda B vector minus A vector. This is the vector form of equation if the line is passing through two given points. And accordingly, This is the vector form. We can find out, or we can write down the component forms of A vector, B vector and R vector. So A vector will be x1i plus y1j plus z1k, and B vector is x2i plus y2j plus z2k, and R vector, that is the position vector of the general point. It always will be xi plus yj plus zk. And we can get the Cartesian form by putting it in the vector form. Putting all these values in the vector form, we get the Cartesian form as x minus x1 upon x2 minus x1, y minus y1 upon y2 minus y1, z minus z1 upon z2 minus z1. Again, where x1, y1, z1 is the point through which the line is passing, and x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2 are the points through which the line is passing, and x, y, z is the general point. So this is the vector form and this is the Cartesian form. You have to remember all these forms because generally we get direct questions based on these forms. We get direct questions based on these forms, so you can just, you have to remember this so that you can apply for solving the questions. Let's come to the next part. Now we have angle between two lines. So we are forming two lines. Angle between two lines. Let's make any two lines in the on the plane. We are taking them as L1 and L2. And we are given the direction ratios of both of these lines. Direction ratios of both the lines are given to us. So we can find out the angle. Let's take the direction ratios of first line as A1, B1, C1. Direction ratios of second line as A2, B2, C2. So we get the angle between the two lines as cos theta equal to A1, A2 plus B1, B2 plus C1, C2 upon under root A1 square plus B1 square plus C1 square into under root A2 square plus B2 square plus C2 square. And we have a modulus. We are always finding out the acute angle between the two lines. Now we have a condition. Whenever we are talking about angle, we always talk about the conditions if the lines are perpendicular or if the lines are parallel. So if lines are perpendicular, conditions. These are the conditions. First one, if lines are perpendicular to each other, then A1, A2, we have to use these conditions. These conditions are very, very important. A1, A2 plus B1, B2 plus C1, C2 equal to 0. And if lines are parallel to each other, then A1 upon A2 equal to B1 upon B2 equal to C1 upon C2. So if lines are perpendicular to each other, then condition is this one, A1, A2 plus B1, B2 plus C1, C2 will be equal to 0 because we will get cos theta equal to 0 and cos theta is 0 at 90. And if the lines are parallel to each other, then we have the condition A1 upon A2 equal to B1 upon B2 equal to C1 upon C2. The direction ratios are proportional. Now we have, let's come to the next set. That is shortest distance between two lines. Very, very important topic. Let's come to shortest distance between the two lines. Very, very important. Generally, we get a 4-mark question based on this topic. Shortest distance between two lines. Now, see, when we are talking about the shortest distance, so we can have two types of lines. One is if the lines are skew lines. Now, what do we mean by skew lines? Skew lines are those lines which are neither intersecting nor parallel. See, 3 cases will be there. First one, if lines are intersecting. If lines are intersecting, then the shortest distance will be 0. Shortest distance will be 0. Second one, if lines are parallel. If two given lines are parallel to each other, then this is the shortest distance. And we give this as, let's take the equations of the two lines as r vector equal to a1 plus lambda b vector, r vector equal to a2 plus mu b vector. Now see, when the two lines are parallel to each other, we have taken the first condition that if the line is passing through a point and parallel to a given vector. If the line is passing through a point and parallel to a given vector. Because the lines are parallel, the both will be parallel to the same given vector, right? Both will be parallel to same given vector. So in case of parallel lines, this b vector is same. And the points through which they are passing will be different. So shortest distance between such lines is given as b cross a2 minus a1 upon magnitude of b. We are discussing all the 3 cases. What type of lines can be there to find out the shortest distance? The one is if the lines are intersecting, shortest distance will be 0. If two lines are parallel, then there will be a parallel vector which will be parallel to both of the given lines. So that in case when we are writing down the equations of these lines, this parallel vector will be same. And the point through which they are passing will be different, then shortest distance is given as b vector cross a2 minus a1 upon magnitude of b. Now we have a third case also. What is that third case? Third case is when the two lines, now in 3D we have this type of condition. If, third case, if two lines are neither intersecting nor parallel. Two lines are neither intersecting nor parallel. Now, how to find out the shortest distance in such case? These type of lines are termed as skew lines. Now, how is this possible in 3D? That is, if the two lines are lying in different planes, right? So this can only be possible if the two lines lie in different planes. They are non-coplanar. These skew lines, they are non-coplanar. That is, lie in different planes. Okay, so this is the case. 3D, this case is possible. The lines which are neither intersecting nor parallel, they are skew lines, that is, they lie in different planes. And we have to find out the shortest distance between such lines. Different planes में lie करनी है, that means r vector equal to a1 plus lambda b1 and r vector equal to a2 plus mu b2. Both the cases will be different. They'll pass through different points, they'll be parallel to different vectors. Then the shortest distance between them is given as B1 cross B2 dot A2 minus A1 upon magnitude of B1 cross B2. Very, 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 very important formula. 4 marks question we get based on this formula, right? So it is, the lines are passing through different points. They are parallel to different given vectors. Then the shortest distance between them is B1 cross B2 dot A2 minus A1 upon B1 cross B2. Cross is for vector product, dot is for scalar product. So this is all that we have to study in straight lines, and now we have to take the questions based on these lines, topics that we have studied.